Helen, that's no surprise. She threw out a first pitch here at the Grizzlies in 2003, the same year the Grizzlies won the Frontier League Championship. So, she was obviously much younger and probably threw a pitch about just as well. Next up, Julia.
How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? For one final time here in the 2024 season, we welcome you to the Florence Y'alls Baseball Network here in Sauget, Illinois. Grizzlies Ballpark, Rory Tettemer joining you along for the ride, doing the play-by-play. The final game of the 2024 regular season of the Florence Y'alls. And it's been a fun one. Whether you're joining us on Flow Baseball or the YouTube audio stream, we welcome you guys in to the 50 West Brewing pregame show. 50 West, inspired by the Great American Road Trip across Route 50. 50 West, the premier brewery in the Cincinnati area. At 50 West, every beer is a journey. Join us for the ride, located at 7605 Worcester Pike, Cincinnati. We're excited to have you guys here, and we're excited for some Florence Y'alls baseball. Bittersweet that Y'alls baseball ends today, but there's always next season as well, and we're going to have some fun today to end this final 2024 game in the Frontier League. The Y'alls trying to do something that I've looked it up, and I haven't seen anyone else in professional baseball do it. They will have 8 players play 8 positions, and that will be a professional baseball record. You've seen probably individual players play all 9, but not an entire team switch up all positions every single time. So there's a full chart of where every player will be in each inning. It's going to be fun. It's going to be hectic, but we're here to have some fun in the final game of the season. Florence's fate already decided. The Grizzlies' fate already decided. This one's just for bragging rights to end the season. It is for the series, technically. And the Y'alls enter 44-50, Gateway 58-36. Technically, the series is split a game apiece. The game last night, I wouldn't even want to talk about. It doesn't mean much. Florence had a 10-1 lead. They lost 11-10. That's all you can say. They got a couple homers from Hank Zeisler and Steven Hrustic, 2-run bombs, and Yannick Villalobos tossed 5 innings of work for like the 20th time this season almost. Probably the 18th time this season for Yannick Villalobos. Either way, we washed that aside. Like I said yesterday, that game did not matter. Didn't mean much. Just unfortunate that Florence Y'alls didn't win. That's the only thing you go home at night. But we're ready to have some fun today. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be hectic. I mean, you're going to have a new player at each position in every single inning. You'll see Zade Richardson at short. You'll see Craig Massey in center field. You're going to see Ed Johnson on the mound. You're going to see people behind the plate that shouldn't be behind the plate. It's going to be fun. You're going to see Ben Terwilliger in the batter's box. He won our pitcher BP MVP, so around the 8th inning, Ben Terwilliger will enter the game, but also get an at-bat as well. So it's really going to be a very good time, and I'm excited to end the 2024 season this way. Ty Good on the mound against Justin Goosen Brown. Ty Good making his 7th start in professional baseball. His last time out, a no decision against Joliet. 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 5 runs. Only 2 of them earned. 3 walks and 5 strikeouts, allowing 1 home run. He's allowed a home run in each of his last 4 starts. Those are the only 4 bombs he's allowed this season. At his best, it was 6 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, or 4 walks and 2 strikeouts. That was his only win of the season. He enters with a 1-1 record and a 6.07 ERA, still building up and trying to get that staple outing, I would say, in the Frontier League. But either way, he's making his final start here after a long season with the University of South Carolina. Still pitching for the Florence Y'alls all the way up to game number 95 today. Against him, it's Justin Goosen Brown, who is not a starter, is really just a relief pitcher for the Gateway Grizzlies. Goosen Brown, I mean, he doesn't throw a lot of innings, so this was most likely a bullpen game, probably using all of their bullpen pieces, and has not started a game this season. Has appeared in 6, a 1-1 record, and a 4.5 ERA. 6 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 6 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Not a strikeout guy either, from Sherman Oaks, California. Spent 2 seasons with the Washington Wild Things. His first season in 2023, 7-1 record with a 3.35 ERA across 31 games played, and then earlier this year 1-4 with a 4.64 ERA across 28 played. He now finds himself in Gateway. He'll might have the chance to actually go play against Washington in that divisional round. Gateway's still waiting for who their opponent is going to be. Schaumburg Boomers or the Lake Erie Crushers. Schaumburg dropped game one of the doubleheader today against Washington. That means a Lake Erie win, and they're in. A Lake Erie loss and a Schaumburg win, and Schaumburg is in. So we'll be following that game closely. Currently Schaumburg on top 5-4 over the Washington Wild Things. I'm interested to see that one play out. We're hoping for the best for our broadcast friends, Zane Bloom and Tim Calderwood as well, from their respective teams, the Crushers and the Boomers. Let's take a look at the Y'all's lineup. The lineup will stay the same, the positions will not. Leading off in center field is going to be Ed Johnson. That's where he'll start out the game. Craig Massey batting second, the first baseman. Batting third, as always, the third baseman, Brian Fuentes, going for the true Ironman season, playing in every single game, and he's also hitting the 3 spot in every single game. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, Hank Zeisler. The DH for the majority of the game will be the 6 or the 5-hole hitter, TJ Reeves. Batting sixth, playing second base, will be Zade Richardson. In the 7 spot, the left fielder, Steven Hrustic. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Justin Levy, and rounding out will be the catcher, Sergio Gutierrez. If you want a closer look at what lineups you can expect to see and when, I would head over to the Y'all's Twitter. It's Florence_Y'alls. They have already posted the rotations there for each inning. And obviously I'll be following them along on the broadcast as well. I'm going to read out the defensive alignment each inning we have. So you guys will not be lost, and you can have part of the fun as well. Again, Florence_Y'alls. They've posted the alignments already, and just to give you guys a hint at what's coming, in the second inning, you'll be seeing Justin Levy in left field, Steven Hrustic in center, Zay Richardson in right, Sergio Gutierrez at third, Craig Massey at shortstop, Ed Johnson at second, Brian Fuentes at first, and Hank Zeisler behind the plate. So that's the type of defensive alignment you can get. That's literally just the second inning. So we'll keep going on and on each inning, and it's certainly going to be a fun time. Nice little moment on the field here for TJ Reeves, who they just honored here at Gateway for winning the Frontier League Rookie of the Year, and also one of the outfielders of the year, a postseason All-Star on the Frontier League, All-Frontier League team. TJ Reeves just got a nice moment and said hi to the crowd and the Florence faithful that have traveled here. I know we still got some Florence fans in attendance, so it's good that they are here to see some of the wacky play from the Y'alls today. Let's take a look at the Gateway lineup. I don't think they're going to be switching anything up in this lineup, to mess around, but it will be leading off playing second base, Gabe Holt. Batting second, the left fielder, Victor Castillo. In the 3 spot, the monster, the first baseman, Pete Zimmerman. Batting cleanup, the third baseman at the hot corner, DJ Stewart. In the 5 spot, the designated hitter, Kevin Krause. Batting 6th, the shortstop, Abdiel Diaz. Batting 7th, the right fielder, Kyle Goodell. In the 8th spot, the center fielder, Cole Brannon. And rounding it out will be the catcher, Jose Alvarez. We just had about 40 first pitches here before the first pitch festivities. Entering about an hour before this game, the Grizzlies were 250 tickets away from a sellout crowd here on what they call the greatest night in baseball. Greatest night in baseball is essentially this: you just play a regular game, and at the end there's fireworks, and then you also throw toilet paper on the field at the end of the game. So that's the greatest night in baseball. It's brutal that this didn't happen yesterday, but at least the Florence Y'alls are having some fun. It's just going to be a tough ride back home getting into Florence around 4 a.m. for anyone that has to wake up early, aka myself. I'm certainly not looking forward to it. We'll pause here on the 50 West Brilliant Pregame Show as we take a listen to our national anthem. First pitch coming on in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Y'alls playing soon.
pitching, and on the mound, it's Justin Bruce Brown. And now to honor America, the Grizzlies ask you to rise and remove your caps for the Star-Spangled Banner. Performed tonight by the official saxophonist of the Grizzlies, Jeff Wisely. Jeff Wisely with tonight's national anthem. Jeff has performed for Major League Baseball, including the Marlins and the NBA champ Milwaukee Bucks. Also for numerous colleges and universities, we're glad to have Jeff as part.
Lovely, lovely rendition of our national anthem for the final time in 2024. Yeah, I pretty much said that about every national anthem that we've had this year. Maybe for a select few, I gave them a great national anthem. Either way, we're ready for some Florence Y'alls baseball, the final time on the Y'alls Baseball Network in 2024. We're looking forward to some fun baseball today. That's really all you can do. It's just going to be a lot of fun for these players. They're all looking forward to it. And, you know, playing a bunch of different positions that you normally don't play, but always, you know, try and play in batting practice. That's essentially what you're going to get today. I'm pretty sure we're also going to have new third base and first base coaches as well. I think Dave Halbrand will probably be down the third base line, and I believe Blaise Sabin down the first base line. Chad Rhodes was saying maybe he can come up for some color commentary. We'll wait and see on that, but that would certainly be a treat if we could get Rhodes out there. I told him he could broadcast the game if I got to coach third for the entire time. He was ready, but I don't know if we're legally allowed to do that. So we're ready for some baseball either way, and it's going to be fun. The lineup itself probably will not change in terms of order. Ed Johnson, Massey, Fuentes set to lead us off. I believe we will have pinch hitters later in the game. Most likely Reeves will come out for like a Thomas Jones in the 7th, and then we'll get Ben Terwilliger in there and Blaise Sabin as well. It really will depend, because Ben Terwilliger will close the game out if the game is still in a save situation. Now that is also going to have to go through 2 innings of position players, Hank Zeisler and Ed Johnson, all set to go on the mound. So we're going to see Ty Good, Evan Webster, Zeisler, Johnson, and then hopefully Terwilliger at the end, which means that the Y'alls probably winning and in a save situation. Either way, Ben Terwilliger most likely getting in that bat as well. First pitch missed, 1-0 count, 6-10. Here on a beautiful, beautiful Sunday in Sauget, Illinois. 1-0. Misses inside, a 2-0 count to Ed Johnson. Johnson 0 for 5 yesterday with a walk, a strikeout, and a run scored. He carries in a 23-game on-base streak. The 2-0 to him. Ground ball, high hopper, third base side. Stewart has it. Throw on to first is in time. 5-3 on the put out of Johnson. That'll bring up the ageless wonder, Craig Massey. The wind blowing kind of in right now. At least it's blowing towards me, but then also blowing out towards center field. That's odd because I'm catching the wind right now. Inside the press box, it's blowing away my papers. First pitch in there for a strike to Massey. Massey 0 for 5 yesterday, had an RBI on an RBI walk, plus a run scored. He had 3 strikeouts. That one misses outside, 1-1. The Gateway Grizzlies in some custom uniforms. I believe they were actually created by some kids who created the uniforms, and then the Grizzlies just put those designs actually to real life and are wearing those jerseys, which will be sold right after the game. Y'alls in their traditional road baby blues and gray pants, plus the red, white, and blue caps. Here comes the 2-1. Ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. The Ageless Wonder picks up right where he left off in the opening game of the season. Gets another base hit. At least he'll end his day with 1 hit in his final game in 2024. 1 out runner aboard. First base runner for Florence, now Brian Fuentes at the plate. I spoke to Massey, you know, he takes it year by year, but it's looking like he'll be returning to the Y'alls next season, so not the last you'll see of the Ageless Wonder. First pitch to Brian Fuentes, misses inside, 1-0. Fuentes yesterday, 0 for 3, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and a run scored. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Slider misses outside. Justin Goosen Brown drop into kind of like a sidearm angle there on that slider. He's got a 2-0 count to Fuentes. Glove beneath the belt from the stretch, first base side of the rubber. Long hold, the 2-0. Misses upstairs, 3-0. I don't expect Goosen Brown to go long in this game, unless they're just trying to have him give a spot start here and give it all he's got. But he hasn't gone multiple innings at all this season. Now one catches the top of the zone, 3-1. The Grizzlies used 5 players in relief of Tyler Cornett yesterday. 3-1, misses outside. A 5-pitch walk to Brian Fuentes. First and second, 1 away now for Hank Zeisler. Let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Gateway Grizzlies. Castillo in left, Brannon in center, Goodell in right. In the infield, it's Stewart at third, Diaz at short, Holt at second, Zimmerman at first, Jose Alvarez behind the dish. First pitch to the lefty, Zeisler misses outside. Florence sends 3 lefties to the plate in Massey, Zeisler, Gutierrez. Here's the 1-0. In there for a strike on the top of the zone. Looked like a fastball there. 1-1 count. From the stretch, the 1-1 pitch misses outside, 2-1. It is living up to the hype here. It's a pretty packed house in Sauget, Illinois. A lot of fans actually on the berm out in right field, which is just that grass there for all the Grizz Bombs. 2-1. Ooh, catches the inside part of the plate, 2-2. If you're new to the broadcast and just tuning in for the first time, welcome to game number 95. And here at Grizzlies Ballpark, 318 on the left field line, 385 to center, and 301 to right field, but I've been told it plays more like 290, 295. 2-2. Woohoo, misses just a bit outside, a full count. Y'alls with runners on first and second, just 1 away. Trying to strike first here on Sunday. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, top of the zone. Zeisler down on strikes. That'll bring up TJ Reeves. First strikeout for Justin Goosen Brown.
Number 4, designated hitter.
Reeves, the newly minted Frontier League Rookie of the Year for 2024. He's the first member of the Florence franchise to win it since 2007. That is the only, Reeves is only the second time the Y'alls have won Rookie of the Year. And the first time a Y'all has won it. Rookie of the Year started in 2002. Here comes the 1-0. Misses inside, gets away. The runner's off for the races, now second and third with 2 away. Single would bring in 2. Around a 3-hour and 9-minute game yesterday, which featured 21 runs of offense. Hoping for something shorter today. Y'alls with a long trip home. Here comes the 2-0 to Reeves, misses inside, 3-0. With a walk here, Richardson would have at least one final chance at Frontier League history with a grand slam. Would be his 4th grand slam of the season. A league high. 3-0, misses outside, and there it is. Second walk of the inning, loads the bases for Zade Richardson. 3 grand slams this season. If he hits his 4th, it would be a Frontier League record. And what a way to do it. He hit one back in game 1 of this season. To do it back in game 95 would certainly be something. Not only did he do it in game 1, he did it in at-bat number 1 of the season against the Quebec Capitals. Capitals. Facing Justin Goosen Brown. Don't believe he's allowed a home run with the Grizzlies. First pitch to him. Misses at the top of the zone. Yeah, allowed 4 home runs for the Wild Things, but has not allowed one in his 6 appearances with the Grizzlies this season. Bases loaded, 2 away. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Misses upstairs again, 2-0. Already 2 walks in the inning from Goosen Brown. Zade most likely getting a fastball here. Let's see if he can attack. From the stretch, a close stance, the 2-0, swing and a miss. Got the fastball there, just missed it, 2-1. This is still the opening frame. The Sunday night game. 2-1 pitch, misses outside, 3-1, a favorable count for Richardson. Zade currently with an even .300 average. 3-1 pitch, check swing, upstairs, didn't go around. That walks a run in. Florence strikes first with a 1-0 lead after an RBI walk from Zade Richardson. Bases remain loaded with 2 away now for Steven Hrustich. What a way to start this game. Massey with a 1-out single. Fuentes walk, a Zeisler K, and then a Reeves walk and a Richardson walk. Loads the bases now for Steven Hrustich. He had a home run yesterday, has 13 on the season, and also has a grand slam. Big swing and a miss. 0-1. Hrustich with 14 bombs this season, looking for number 15. The 0-1. Ground ball left side, high hopper, Stewart fields it and tags third to end the inning. The Y'alls leave the bases loaded but bring in 1 on 1 hit and 3 walks. We head to the bottom half of the first. Grizzlies coming out here for Y'all's Baseball Network.
All right, it's time to start having some fun between innings, and we're starting off with a 2-2 spot. Sydney has more info. Sid?
All right, Grizzlies fans, we've got the 2-2 spot, so I've got some kids. This is 2-2's on hanging out my LID 35% all the way in left field. I'm over here behind the Grizzlies full kids. First one to make three, so home a winner. I'm Rory, spit that, go! All right, light blue has taken off with the lead, followed by green. White is in third, passed by purple. That's the 2-2 spot. Yeah, I had a huge pair of whites in there. It looks like this race is going to be neck and neck between light blue and green. And give me a round of applause for all of our contestants. All right, blue's the lead. Can green make it in the final home stretch? Orange bringing up the rear. My winner is going to be blue. Who's joining? Where are everybody else finished the race? Blue, what's your name? Caleb. Caleb, can I get a Let's Go Grizzlies? Let's Go Grizzlies. I need it louder and prouder than that. Let's Go Grizzlies. Go Grizzlies.
All right, fans, as is our tradition on the greatest night in baseball, we have 27 prizes for 27 outs. You should have an attendance prize ticket. Check the video board now for the winning numbers for the first three prizes of the ball game. If you hold any of those tickets, please head to the prize table under the awning near the Grizzlies ticket office on the third base punch post to claim your prize. And if you're interested in placing a bid on the jerseys off the back for tonight, you can find the auction tables on the front porch by the main gate. You can get your favorite player's jersey signed on the field after the game if you're the highest bidder. So get your bids in. Leading off for the Grizzlies, number 2, second baseman Gabe Holt.
Bottom half of the first inning, Ty Good steps up to the plate. First pitch in there for a strike. It's Ty Good on the mound against Gabe Holt. Holt, Castillo, Zimmerman do up for the Grizzlies. That one's fouled away. Good up 0-2. Pitch punched out towards second base. Zade Richardson has it. And there's one away. Little bloop to Richardson, gets his first out. Richardson told me before the game, obviously he's going to be playing all 9 positions. He hopes he gets a play in all 9. He can get a photo for a pretty cool Instagram post. He gets one there at second. So this is the only time you'll probably see a normal-ish lineup for the Y'alls, or a defensive alignment for the Y'alls. Victor Castillo, first pitch in there for a strike. Hrustic in left, Johnson in center, Zeisler in right. Fuentes at third, Levy at short, Richardson at second, Massey at first, Gutierrez behind the plate. That one's fouled back into the glove of Gutierrez, a foul tip, 0-2. Pitch misses upstairs. That one's a ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. First runner aboard for the Grizzlies. Victor Castillo gets his first hit of the ball game. That'll bring up Pete Zimmerman, the big righty. If you guys are experiencing audio ahead of video by 2 minutes or 1 to 2 minutes, I'm sorry for that. We're going to try and work that out. It's not something that personally is on my end. That would be a connection to Flow Sports. That one misses outside, 1-0. It's a 1-0 count to Zimmerman. Runner on first, one away. 1-0 pitch. Misses inside. 2-0. Zimmerman 6 home runs in the last 5 games against Florence. 2-0 pitch. Skies it in the air in the infield. Justin Levy with a quick call. Chasing back a little bit and makes the grab. Now 2 away. I've sent a message to Flow Sports if you guys are experiencing that lag. And they said they're investigating. Here comes the first pitch to DJ Stewart. He corks it into right center field for a base hit. That one's going to one hop up and onto the wall. Johnson has it, throw into the cutoff. Richardson makes the grab, bobbles it. No throw to the plate. An RBI double from DJ Stewart to tie the game at 1.
Number 7, designated hitter, Kevin Krause.
Kevin Krause up at the plate. First pitch to him, an off-speed in there for a strike. 1-1 ball game, 2 away with a runner on second and Stewart. We just got clarification actually from Flow Sports as well. It's just a few seconds behind, which is the normal here at Gateway. And then I asked the person that told me they meant to say seconds as well. So we're all good. You guys should just have that normal delay that happens because of Gateway's cameras for some reason. 0-1 misses downstairs, but that is the normal here. 1-1 count. Kevin Krause at the plate. Krause 1 for 4 yesterday with an RBI and a walk. 2 hits already for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies had 17 hits yesterday. Good working from the stretch. The 1-1 in there for a strike. 1-2. Ty Good is University of South Carolina alum with the Gamecocks. In 2024, he had a 5-2 record, a 4.39 ERA, and a 55 1/3 innings pitched, 70 strikeouts. 1-2, ground ball, high hopper down the third base line. Fuentes has it in foul territory. We'll do it again. He had 21 appearances and 3 starts in 2024. So was not a traditional starter for the Gamecocks. But did get 3 starts, and now obviously with the Y'alls, he's a professional baseball starter. Go figure. Brian Fuentes at the hot corner. I don't know if you guys remember, he actually started the season as a second baseman. He played there for 6 games. And then, once they, it was kind of a experiment with Jeremiah Burks and Tim Borden over at third. They left that immediately after 6 games. And Brian Fuentes stepped over to third and has been there ever since. He's played in all 95 games. Played in 93 last year. But really went for the Iron Man this year. Would have played in 96 if Florence had 1 more game. The 1-2 pitch misses downstairs, 2-2. It's a 2-2 count. The runner on second, and DJ Stewart, 1-1 ball game. 2-2 pitch, off speed. Misses downstairs, full count. Full count, called, strike 3. The payoff pitch catches the bottom of the zone, much to the chagrin of Kevin Krause. That will end the inning. A run comes across. We got a 1-1 ball game as we head to the top half of the second. Y'all's coming up here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
It's time for the Smile Jam, sponsored by Mid-America Oral Surgery and Implant Fans will want to listen up. We've got an epic rodeo deal tonight. $5 off each rodeo ticket you purchase during tonight's game. This deal expires with the final out of tonight's game. So get your rodeo tickets for the October 4th and 5th Big Hand Rodeo here at the ballpark. Tonight, off the ticket offer. $5 off.
Top half of the second, a 1-1 ball game. Justin Levy leads us off. Levy, Gutierrez, Johnson, 8-9 top two up for Florence. Goose and Brown still on the mound for the Grizzlies. 1-0 count to Levy. The 1-0 pitch connects outside part of the plate. 1-1. So that was the only inning you'll get of kind of being normal here. We'll start to get into some weird defensive alignments. Next inning, 1-1 misses outside, 2-1. I can tell you what, the scorekeeper here in Gateway is not happy about the defensive alignments. That one misses inside, 3-1. Here comes a 3-1 pitch. Skies it down the left field line, well hit. Castillo back at the track. He looks up, but it's out of here. Solo shot for Justin Levy in the final game of the season. The Y'alls keep mashing home runs. Justin Levy puts the Y'alls on top, 2-1. That is Levy's 5th home run of the season, his first on the road, and 5th off a right-hander. A solo shot for Levy to start off the second. That'll bring up Sergio Gutierrez from the left side, the switch-hitting catcher. First pitch shows bunt, gets it down the third base line, but foul, 0-1. Trying the backside bunt. No 1 count. DJ Stewart, the third baseman, being a little bit more cautious now. 0-1 pitch. Misses inside. 1-1. From the stretch, the 1-1 pitch. Popped up in the infield left side. It's just Stewart over there right in front of third base. He makes the grab. 1 away. We'll circle back to the top of the order, and Ed Johnson grounded out to third his last time around.
Number 1, Ed Johnson.
I'm honestly just ready for next inning defensively. It's time to have some fun, folks. First pitch, ground ball, foul. Bare hand play from Dave Halbrin. Couldn't make the connection. In and out of his bare hand there. He's the third base coach, and it's Blazo Sabin doing the first base coaching. It'd be nice to see just Blazo Sabin be the automatic pinch runner. Anyone that gets into first, he just runs for him. Ed Johnson gets hit by a pitch on the elbow. That's a guy that doesn't need running. He leads the Y'alls in stolen bases. With that hit by pitch, Johnson will extend his on-base streak to 24 games, and that's how he'll end the season. When Johnson comes back next year, he'll start with a 24-game on-base streak. So he gets the job done. Massey now at the plate with a runner on first. First pitch in there for a strike. Dalton Davis not playing today. He will end his season with a 22-game on-base streak. Richardson reaching on the walk extends his to 12. And Zeisler looking to extend his to 11. 0-1 pitch misses upstairs. 1-1. Y'all's on top 2-1. After a solo shot from Justin Levy to start the inning. The 1-1 pitch. Roped into the air towards center field. Brandon coming in on in the right center field gap. There's 2 away. That'll bring up Brian Fuentes, a walk and stranded at third his last time around.
Number 3, Brian Fuentes.
Two-and-a-half-step lead for Johnson. He takes off. Pitch misses outside. Throw down to second. Ooh. In time. Johnson wiped off the base pass, and that will end the inning. Brian Fuentes will continue in the top half of the third. Florence tacks on one, a solo shot from Justin Levy. Y'all's on top 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the second. Let's get ready for some fun here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
Let's find out what this is all about. Sydney.
Well, while we're setting up, the rodeo is coming back to Grizzlies Ballpark October 4th and the 5th. So we got a way to celebrate is to do the rodeo t-shirts on ice. We've got frozen t-shirts, we've got contestants, so what they have to do is unwrap their t-shirt, and the first one to put it on wins. But I explained that you had to have a t-shirt, so find a t-shirt, and we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Come on, buddy. All right, so they're frozen solid with them defrost on the concrete just a little bit. Sorry if you sat in a splash zone. But you got about 27 seconds to undo your t-shirt and put it on your body. You let it rest. In case you didn't know, we are going to be having a full rodeo right here on our brand new turf. Doesn't it look great? And it includes the horses, barrel racing, cowboys, cowgirls, clowns, all the things. That's in October. So go to the front office and buy a ticket. It's hilarious, isn't it? I've seen it giggling. Usually you put the kids on inflatable horses, put them out there, make them run around a barrel. This is what we're doing today. This is actually good stuff. All right, a little bit of frustration. We've got one that's really close. All right, I've got 3 seconds left on the clock. And I've got probably the closest. Is this my winner? All right, freeze. Pun intended. When's going to be my winner here, buddy? What's your name? All right, John, give me that for Grizzlies. Let's go, Grizzlies. Here's your t-shirt.
Okay, we got more winning numbers up on the video board. Check them out. Make sure you have the winning ticket or don't have. Leading off the Grizzlies, second, number 1, the shortstop, Abdiel Diaz.
Back here in the bottom half of the second, we have our first defensive alignment change. Everything's now switched, and there is no certain order to this. It's not like they're going clockwise or anything. Everything's just switched around. That one misses downstairs, a 2-0 count. So let's read it off as it is now. The first switch of the game as we're trying to play all 8 players in 8 different spots. The 2-0 off speed. Looks good, but misses downstairs. 3-0. Out in left field is Justin Levy for the first time this season. Harustich over in center field, making his first start in center field this season. He did get to play in there one game. And Zaid Richardson making his first start, or his first appearance in right field. At third base, the hot corner, the usual catcher, Sergio Gutierrez. Over at shortstop, the ageless wonder, Craig Massey. At second, that's not unusual. It's Ed Johnson over there at second base. Brian Fuentes making his first appearance at first, and Hank Zeisler has done some catching this year. He is behind the plate. So the ones that really stick out to me is Gutierrez at third, Massey at short, Rusty in center, and Richardson over and right. And then Fuentes, I feel like first base anyone could play. But Fuentes is over there. I have no thing that he's probably going to do bad at first base. If he could do the hot corner at third, I'm sure he could do very well over at first. That is a 5-pitch walk to Abdiel Diaz, the leadoff runner aboard. for the Grizzlies. That'll bring up Kyle Goodell.
Number 4, right fielder Kyle Goodell.
Pickoff attempt, nothing going. Essentially what I've decided is I'm just going to not touch my scorebook for the position changes. I will just box them off on a separate piece of paper. Runner takes off, pitch misses downstairs, throw not in time. Stolen base now for Abdiel Diaz. Now in scoring position. That one misses downstairs, 2-0. Ty Good struggling to find the zone here in the bottom half of the second. Y'all's with a 2-1 lead. Ty Good trying to collect himself. Working from the stretch middle of the rubber. 2-0 pitch. Fastball in there for a strike, 2-1. Abdiel Diaz with some wheels over on second base. In scoring position, nobody out. 2-1 pitch, off speed, in there for a strike. 2-2. Goodell's hitting $165 on the season, 10 RBIs, 4 home runs. A look back at second, the 2-2. Ground ball foul down the third base line. We'll do the 2-2 again. Swing and a miss. Blows it by him. Second strikeout for Ty Good. There's one away here in the second. Cole Brandon steps up the plate. Really, you want to see one of these guys get some spin. No, this is upstairs. When I say spin, I mean like I want to see Craig Massey get a ball short. Now I know he did start his professional career playing shortstop. And then once he just got older, switched over to first base. But he does have experience at shortstop. 1-0. In there for a strike, 1-1. Like imagine I want Sergio Gutierrez to get a ground ball at third. Or Richardson. If Richardson gets a ball in right field that's hit well, I know he's jumping over that fence trying to rob it. He'll have some fun. 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2. From the stretch, the kick, the 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses upstairs, 2-2. What a great crowd here at Grizzlies ballpark. Some packed stands. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Cheddar on the top of the zone. Back-to-back Ks for Ty Good. His third on the day and the second away here in the second inning. Jose Alvarez steps up to the plate. Alvarez on the pine yesterday, started behind the plate in game 1. First pitch missed inside, it's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, this is upstairs, 2-0. You know, it really, it technically does not benefit the pitchers with all this stuff going on. Like, what if one of these players out of position makes an error? That obviously hurts their stats, which is never fun. Check swing goes all the way around 2-1. At least Ty Good does have 2 catchers through his first 2 innings. Gutierrez and Zeisler. 2-1 pitch. Misses downstairs. 3-1. One pitch, misses downstairs. Second walk of the inning, runners on first and second. We go back to the top of the order. Brings brings up Gable, who popped out the second last time around. Tie good with runners on first and second and 2 away. Now it misses downstairs 1-0. Runners take off, throw goes to third, tag applied, in time. Hank Zeisler wiped Abdiel Diaz off the base paths, and that will end the bottom half of the second inning. No action in the field, essentially, but Sergio Gutierrez was able to apply the tag. How about that? We go to the top half of the third. Tettemer trivia coming up for the last time in 2024. Y'all's with a 2-1 lead. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Y'all's Baseball Network.
Here's a popular game we call Find the Hot Dog. Where's it? I'm wondering where that hot dog is, isn't it? Right in front of me in the press box. Hey folks, the Grizzlies are offering a playoff pass for $20 for our home playoff games. This game Tuesday night. You can also get a playoff bundle that includes a playoff pass t-shirt and half of just $6. Playoff pass gets you into all Grizzlies home games during the playoffs.
Top half of the third always brought to you by the Rory Agency, located in all 50 states across the nation. Feel the Roar difference with Roar Insurance and visit us today at RoarINS.com. Brian Fuentes leads us off here. Top half of the third. Fuentes, Zeisler, Reeves. Dolls with a 2-1 lead. Fuentes got the first pitch he sees out towards center field. Brandon Birkin in the shade makes the grab. There's one away. Bring him Zeisler. Let's get Tettemer trivia. That's always brought to you by the Roar Agency. This is the last Tettemer trivia of the season, and I have a regular question plus the bonus question. We'll start with the regular one. The way it works, the question is live on Twitter. Head on over to Tettemer9 or Florence_Y'alls. RTETTEMER9. Florence_Y'alls. Question live on Twitter, comment in the comment section, and I'll shout you out on broadcast. First pitch in there for a strike to Zeisler. Question of the day, the Tettemer trivia question of the day. Who was the last MVP, most valuable player, who was not an all-star in the same season? That one missed outside. 1-1. Who was the last MVP who was not an all-star in the same season? Obviously, the all-star game midway through the season, MVP after the season. So this player won the MVP but was not an all-star. Who was that player? 1-1, so I'm going to miss 1-2. And then my bonus question, I don't know if anyone can actually get this, but who was the last player to play all 9 positions in one Major League Baseball game? Considering we have 8 players playing 8 positions today, who was the last player to play all 9 positions in one MLB game? That is the bonus question, but only guess that if you have something and then try and get it for Tettemer trivia. Live on Twitter, Tettemer9 or Florence_Y'alls, looking to see what you guys have some fun with on the last Tettemer trivia of the year. Who's the winner going to be? 2-2. Ground ball right side over to Zimmerman. He has it, bobbles it. Throw on, pitcher covering. In and out of his glove. Hank Zeisler now on first base. Waiting to see what they give that. Zimmerman bobbled it, and the toss was also mishandled. E1. So they give the error to the pitcher. Houston Brown covering. First pitch to TJ Reeves. Laces it in towards center field. They'll drop in for a base hit. Reeves gets his first hit of the game. Runners on first and second now, with one away. So looking for who was the last MVP who was not an all-star in the same season, and who was the last player to play all 9 positions in one game. First pitch misses upstairs to Richardson with runners on first and second and one away. We're playing Tettemer trivia here in the inning. I'll give you guys the answer. Bottom half, a third, 2 away. A look back at second. The 1-0 runs inside Richardson. An RBI walk his last time out. Zeisler on second, Reeves on first. Here's the 2-0. Misses outside. Now a 3-0 count. Richardson looking for something to hit. He's got a 3-0 green light. Zeisler bouncing around. That triggers a pickoff. Goosen Brown has his pitch. Glove beneath the belt. The 3-0. Swing and miss. 3-0 green light. Richardson wants to hit. 3-1 now. Richardson skies this one deep towards right field. Goodell, backtrack wall, so down. 3-run shot for Zayda Richardson. A home run in game 1 and a home run in game number 95. That puts y'alls on top 5-1 here in the top of the third. Richardson with his 11th home run on season. Makes this a 5-1 ball game. Now Harustic skies this one deep towards left center field on the first pitch he sees. That one's going at the wall, and it bounces off the top. Rusty on his way to second. He's in there standing. A one-out double, and the offense reignited. He corked that one to the deepest part of the park. Off the Madeline Daly and Associates white poster out there.
Number 5, Justin Levy.
That'll bring up Justin Levy, who led off last inning with a home run. The first pitch to Levy misses outside. 1-0. Crowd is silent, even though it's sold out. The 1-0 skies it in the air towards left field. Castillo working towards the gap with room. Reaches up and makes the grab. There's 2 away. 3 hits and 3 runs come across. Still a runner out at second. One of those will be unearned. Gutierrez at the plate from the left side. Popped out to third his last time around. He's got a run in scoring position with 2 away. First pitch to a big swing and a miss. We're still playing Tettemer Trivia. Who was the last MVP? Who was not All-Star in the same season? Plus the bonus question, who was the last to play all 9 positions in one MLB game? The 0-1. Richardson, or Gutierrez, pops this one over to left field. Plenty of room. Castillo makes the grab. And that will end the inning. Zayda Richardson did hit the 3-run shot. Y'all strand a runner in scoring position. They take a 5-1 lead at the bottom half of the third. Get those guesses in. Tettemer Trivia right back. We've got $5 off each rodeo ticket you purchase here in Tight Skin. A rodeo coming to Grizzlies Hall
October 4th and 5th. And if you look at the video board, see 3 more in ticket numbers. If you hold any of those tickets, you are the winner of our 27 outs.
Bottom half of the third, and another defensive alignment change. We're into defensive change number 2. As the fun continues here at Grizzlies Ballpark, y'all with a 5-1 lead. They've launched 2 homers. A solo shot for Avian, a 3-run homer in the third from Zade Richardson. It'll be Gabe Holt, Victor Castillo, Pete Zimmerman. Do up at the top of the order for the Grizzlies. In the field, we'll go through the defensive alignment. That one's fouled away. In left field, Hank Zeisler. In center field, Craig Massey. And in right field, Sergio Gutierrez. Over at third base, Justin Levy, Ed Johnson in a normal spot at short. From Fuentes at second. This is upstairs, 1-1. Dave Richardson at first. And Rusty, Stephen Rustic, behind the plate. That infield is pretty normal. That Levy, Johnson, Fuentes, Richardson, you could have thrown that out there this season with no questions. Massey in center field, Gutierrez in right, and Rusty behind the plate. That's where you can start to get some question marks. We are playing Tettemer trivia in this inning. Who was the last MVP who is not an all-star in the same season? And then a bonus question, who was the last player to play all 9 positions in one game? Here comes 1-2 pitch. This is just a been outside. Rusty with a good frame there. That's the first untraditional catcher we're seeing. We saw Massey at shortstop last inning, Rustic in center, Richardson in right field. Those are some fun ones. Sergio Gutierrez at third. So the fun will continue. Two. Ground ball left side. Johnson has it. Throw on first. In time. Zade Richardson with the split stretch. To now Gabe Holt over at first. 6-3 on the putout. We've seen that before. That's Johnson and Richardson connecting. Now we have Victor Castillo. First pitch misses outside 1-0. It's still tied good on the mound. We got one away. I'll start getting into some guesses here for our Tettemer trivia. We had Jacob Brown, my former play-by-play broadcast partner. That one's skied out towards right field. Well hit. Gutierrez back at the track. He looks up. It's out of here. A Grizzball for Victor Castillo. Solo shot to make this a 5-2 ball game. Jacob Brown said for the first question, who was the last MVP who has not won an All-Star, who was not an All-Star in the same season? He said Bryce Harper. And then on the bonus question, he said Michael Young, maybe Isaiah Kiner Fulhaifa. We got a Brock Holt guess for who was the last player to play all 9 positions in one game. I gave him Carter Cousins. Cesar Tovar for one of the last players to play in all 9 positions. And Bryce Harper, my dad. And then another Brock Holt and Bryce Harper for my brother. So 3 for Bryce Harper as the last player to win MVP without being in the All-Star game. And then split between everyone else. We got Brock Holt, Cesar Tovar, and Michael Young. On Twitter, we have a guess for our bonus answer. That one's corked out towards the left field. Well hit. Zeisler back at the wall. Pete Zimmerman continues to mash against the Y'alls. Back-to-back jacks makes this a 5-3 ball game. Zimmerman's 7th home run against the Y'alls in his last 6 games. We had the man to my right, Max Bennett. He guessed Andrew Romine for the player that played all 9 positions last, the most recent one. It's been done 5 times in MLB history, but we did ask for the last one. Andrew Romine. We got 2 for Brock Holt, 1 for Michael Young, and 1 for Cesar Tovar. DJ Stewart, 1 away. The base is empty. Y'all's on top 5-3. Still have not seen an untraditional player get a ball on the defense. Still got time to go get those guesses in. 1-1, ground ball up the middle. Tygood has it. Throw on to first is in time. And there's 2 away. 1-3 on the now. Let's get to the correct answer for the Tettemer trivia. Again, recapping, we only had 1 guess for Bryce Harper, and that came from 3 different people. Jacob Brown, Ryan Tettemer, and Rich Tettemer. And then for the bonus question, Cesar Tovar, Brock Holt, Michael Young, and Andrew Romine. We do have correct answers in the chat. That one misses upstairs. We have correct answers in the chat here. Everyone was right. It is Bryce Harper as the last MVP who wasn't an all-star. And then the man to my right, Max Bennett, got the bonus question correct. It was Andrew Romine to play all 9 positions in one game. Andrew Romine was the last one to do it. And the reason I asked that one because the Y'alls are playing all 9 positions today. Andrew Romine correct, so congratulations to everyone that gets Bryce Harper. And Max Bennett gets the bonus correct for Andrew Romine. That's a 2-out single from Kevin Krause. Andrew Romine did it September 30th in 2017. Shane Halter did it October 1st in 2000. Scott Sheldon, September 6th in 2000. Cesar Tovar, which my Rich Tettemer did guess, September 22nd, 1968. And then Bert Campaneris in 1965. Those are the only 5 players that did it in Major League Baseball to play all 9 positions. One. 2 away with a runner on first. Florence still up 5-3. There's been 2 home runs by Gateway in this inning. Back-to-back solo shots. 1-1. Misses outside. 2-1. Big swing and a miss to Diaz, 2-2. The Schaumburg Boomers were swept in their doubleheader today. That means Lake Erie has clinched a playoff spot and will come here to Gateway for that wild card round. Ground ball up the middle. Fuente has it. Jump throw over to first is not in time. Another 2-out base hit. Runners on first and second. That's big news for the Gateway Grizzlies, obviously. They finally know who their opponent is. Schaumburg could not get it done. Could not scratch a win across the Wild Things today. Had their fate in their own hands. Brings up Kyle Goodell. First pitch. Misses downstairs, 1 out. Steven Rustich doing the catching, gonna go up to his wing. Craig Massey in center field, Sergio Gutierrez in right field. Those are some interesting spots this inning. Obviously, Rustich behind the plate. Here's the 1-0. Don't found the way. Rusty hasn't looked bad behind the dish. I'm shocked the Grizzlies haven't gone on. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Misses outside. 2-1. Technically speaking, this probably should be a contest. And Grizzlies should be winning by a lot by the end of this because now you're getting into the players that do not catch. You should be running wild on them. That one's skied in the infield. Justin Levy makes the call and the grab. And that will end the inning. They strand runners on first and second, but hit back-to-back shots. Make it a 5-3 Florence lead. We head to the top of the 4th. Y'all Baseball coming back here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
Well, it's like there's something happening over on the first base side of the playing field. I believe I see some baseball better elements. Am I right, Cindy? The auction tables on the top first by the main gates. To get your favorite third boost on all the field after the game, who the high bidder.
Back here in the top half of the 4th inning, Ed Johnson leads us off. He skies the first pitch out towards shallow center field. Abby is backtracking, making the grab. 1 pitch, 1 away. Johnson now over 2 with a hit by pitch. That'll bring up Craig Massey. So far, we haven't seen any wacky plays out on the defense. First pitch, misses downstairs to Massey. Comes the 1-0, in there for a shank, 1-1. Florence on top 5-3, top half of the fourth. Here comes a 1-1 pitch, fouled away, 2-1. Massey with only one home run this season, .259 average entering. That home run came back in Evansville at Bossy Field. The 1-2, high hopper down the third base line, foul. We'll do it again. The 1-2 misses outside 2-2. It's still Justin Goose and Brown on the mound for the Grizzlies. I was expecting him to go this long, but he's just giving them some traditional start, I guess. Even though he hasn't done that all season. Really just helped out the bullpen here for the Grizzlies. 2-2. Poke down the left field line. Foul. Up in front of the berm. We'll do it again. It's a packed crowd here at Grizzlies Ballpark. Final game of the 2024 season. The 2-2 pitch. Misses upstairs. Full count. Here comes the full count. That one misses upstairs. Good battle there from Craig Massey. One out runner for Florence. Now we got Brian Fuentes. Fuentes 0 for 1 today. He walked and was stranded at third. First pitch misses downstairs, 1-0. Now one misses as well, 2-0. Pitch misses upstairs to go. Here comes the 3-0 pitch, misses outside. Wow, 4-pitch walk to Brian Fuentes. Back-to-back walks here in the fourth. Runners on first and second till one away. Alvarez goes to talk to his wing. It's Hank Zeisler at the plate. Long meeting on the mound. Zeisler today, 0 for 2. Reached on an error and scored. Here comes the first pitch to Zeisler, fouled away. This is the third time he's faced Goose and Brown already through 4 innings. Here comes the 1. Now it's fouled away again, same spot. But 2 counts to Zeisler. Zeisler with a .309 average entering. Good chance he stays above 500 at the season. Here comes the 0-2. That one's head high in the infield left side. Stewart and Diaz going at it. Stewart makes the grab. There's 2 away. Runners on first and second. That'll bring up TJ Reeves. TJ Reeves has reached base. Both times today he's 1 for 1 to the walk and runs scored. Florence up 5-3 here in the top half of the fourth. Two-way runners on first and second. Here goes the first pitch to Reeves. Slider misses outside, 1-0. Wind now blowing out towards center field. A little bit right, left. Here comes the 1-0. Wind picks up. It in there for a strike, 1-1. I want to say the wind is howling here in St. Louis, right outside St. Louis. From the stretch, a look back at second. Another one. The 1-1 slider in there for a strike. 1-2 to Reeves. Reeves, the designated hitter today, is one of the players not playing all 9 positions. I don't know if that was by design, if he didn't want to, but he will be the steady DH. The 1-2 pitch, ground ball, hard hit over the third baseman Stewart. Throw on to second, and that will end the infielder's choice. 5-4 on the putout. Y'all strand runners on first and second with no hits and no runs coming across. We go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. 5-3 Florence leads. We'll be right back on Y'all's Baseball Network.
You have one of the numbers if you do, you're a prize winner. Happy follow our group to the better side baseball. If you happy birthday wish to Grizzlies pitching coach Nick Kennedy. Happy birthday, Nick. All right, you hear the group sing with you. Make some noise. It's C1, the Fox of Illinois, Rock and Boss. C2, Community Link, CILA. In C3, it's the Castelli family. C4, O'Neill Hall families. In C5, play for their sponsors. C6 and 7, Ellie says their family and friends. C8, it's Sidney Gill. In Suites 9 and 10, Beth Howard Supplies. The right to pick up Ron Kaiser family and friends. Also the left of the Heights and the Elon family and friends. Left at picking jackets, Mosaic Ireland. Grandstands Lefty's Roots into action. Georgia Graham family and friends. Somerville Elementary School. Pick back to St. Louis. Charles family and friends. The River family and friends. The Sunday friends. Adolph family and friends. Zion Lutheran Church and School. The Key family and friends. And on behalf of Chicken Family Industries. On the week, happy birthday wishes go to Ezra Ritter and Adam Stewart. Both celebrating their 50th birthday tonight.
Bottom half of the fourth inning. Ty Good back out learning the work. It's a 5-3 Florence lead as we have our third defensive change of the game. We're here in the fourth inning now. First pitch misses upstairs, 1-0. So the battery is Ty Good, and then Sid Richardson's behind the plate. That's normal. Richardson's played plenty of the season. In the outfield, it's Craig Massey in left field. That's a swing and a miss. 1-1. Hank Zeisler in center field, and Steven Hrustich in right. In the infield, Ed Johnson at the hot corner, Brian Fuentes at short, Justin Levy at second, and Sergio Gutierrez at first. 1-1 misses upstairs. Zeisler hasn't played any center this year, but he is an outfielder, so he should be able to play that. Massey obviously hasn't played left. Johnson's played some third. Fuentes hasn't played any short, but he could definitely do it. Levy over at second, that's normal. Gutierrez has taken reps at first, just hasn't played there in a game. Now a 3-1 count to Cole Brandon. And Rusty over in right field, that's also pretty normal. 3-1 pitch, fouled away, 3-2. We still have not seen one of these players out of position get a ball yet. They've been very lucky they haven't, had anything happen yet in this game. Here comes the payoff pitch, misses upstairs. A leadoff walk to start the Cole Brandon is aboard. Now Jose Alvarez coming up to the plate. He walked his last time around. Ty Good still on the mound, trying to get his fourth inning work. He's allowed 3 runs, 2 off solo shots, and then an RBI double from DJ Stewart. Grizzlies have 6 hits. Good himself has 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. Runner takes off. First pitch misses upstairs. Throw down to second. Out in time. That's exactly what you should be doing if you're the Grizzlies. Although Richardson, a traditional catcher, they've read Ty Good perfectly and his break over on the mound. They now know what he's doing. And the time he's taking, he needs to switch that up. 1-0 punt out towards right field. Well hit. Zeisler back at the track. Tie ball game. 5-5. Ty Good been tagged 3 times today. Tie game here in the bottom of the 4th. The Grizz bomb, number 2 of the day for the Gateway offense. One of those home runs that's not a home run in any other ballpark. Nobody out, 5-5 ball game, top of the order, due up for Gateway. Allen misses downstairs. The fact that the Gateway Grizzlies do not lead the league in home runs is kind of affable. The field is a complete joke. 1-0, fouled away. And we have 7 home runs from Pete Zimmerman alone here. That one would have been a can of corn in right field at Thomas Moore. Clears the wall. 1-1, misses upstairs. Holt is 0-2 today. 2-1, misses downstairs. The 3-1 pitch, misses downstairs. Ty Good can't find zone. His 4th walk into the outing. Evan Webster is going to get up and get warm. First pitch to Victor Castillo shows one, pulls back and misses downstairs. 1-0. Runner takes off. 1-1 pitch in there for a strike. Throw down to second. A good one. Tag apply. Not in time. Stolen base number 2 of the inning. What's ironic is they're actually stealing off the catcher and Zade Richardson. I think it's more off of Ty Good, who hasn't switched his hold the entire time at first. Here's the 1-1. Now it's in there for a strike. 1-2. The Grizzlies have a very good timing on Ty Good right now, where they're getting a great lead before Richardson can even do anything about it. 1-2 count. 1-2 pitch, bounces the dirt, gets away from Richardson. Runner off for third, no throw. Go ahead, run 90 feet away. There's still nobody out. Two pitch, fouled away. The 2-2. This is downstairs. A full count. Ty Good is starting off well, but is having trouble finishing these batters here. Seems like he's consistently getting 2 strikes, but can't find the zone after that. I don't know if he's trying to dance around, and it's not third down the plate, but that hasn't worked out well for him yet. Gave up 3 homers already. Now one misses upstairs. Runners out the corners, still nobody out. Here comes Carl Craigie. Evan Webster is warm in the Y'all's pen. Y'all's pitching coordinator Carl Craigie. Back from his talk with Ty Good. Brings up Peter Zimmerman, who hit home run number 7 his last 6 games against the Florence Y'alls. First pitch, in there for a strike, so you got to be careful of the runners at the corners. Zimmerman's 1 for 2 today. 0-1. Misses downstairs. 1-1. Double play ball is in effect. 1-1 pitch. This is inside. 2-1. One pitch. Misses outside. 3-1. Ty Good trying to escape this inning with just the 2 runs. 3-1. Runs inside. That might do it. Back-to-back walks. His 4th in the inning. I know how you let him go this longer. You got bases loaded with Victor Castillo, or DJ Stewart at the plate. Five walks in the outing for Ty Good. Now this is outside 1 out. The 1-0. This is upstairs. 2-0. Evan Webster looks ready. 5-5 game, bases loaded, nobody out. Low pitch, foul away. The 2-1. This is out there. 3-1. Pitch misses inside. Wow. 5 walks in the inning, and that does it for Ty Good. He walks in a run, gives up the lead. It's 6-5 Gateway. Base loaded, nobody out. We head to the pen. We'll be right back on Y'all's Baseball Network. Lee's famous recipe chicken. Pitching change with the New England company. Pick up his wings in the tri-state area. Lee's famous recipe chicken. Lee's always fresh, never frozen. Evan Webster into the game for Ty Good. Ty Good's unofficial line, not a good one. 3-7 hits currently on tap for 6 runs, 7 walks, and 3 strikeouts. He got the bases loaded, nobody out. All those 3 on base account to him. So the most he could give up is 9 runs. But it's Evan Webster trying to stop that. 0-1 count to the batter, Kevin Krause. Florence will now go from the left side with the southpaw Webster. 1-1. Webster last pitched just a few days ago, but had to leave the game after he was hit by a pitch. It was August 28th. He pitched 2 1/3, or 2 2/3. 1-1, punched out towards right field, well hit. Oh my. Richardson at the wall, Grisbomb. 10-5, the nightmare. Grand slam for Kevin Krause. All runs coming for Ty Good. His line is now official. +1 for Evan Webster. That's what happens when you walk by an inning. Ty Good now with 3 innings pitched, 9 runs, 9 earned. The second home run of the inning, 4th of the day from Gateway. I don't think a single one has been true. All of them have been over to that grassy berm, which is the joke of the Frontier League. Somehow Gateway tops Hinchcliffe Stadium as the biggest joke in right field. And Hinchcliffe is a football field. Pretty amazing. I think it could be done. But no doubt that right field is, ugh. 1-1 misses inside, 2-1. 10-5 Gateway leads. 2 ground ball over to Brian Fuentes. Here's one. Throw on the first. In time for Sergio Gutierrez to catch it. That's the first time we've seen one of these out-of-position players get a ball. And that's all we get for now. And the Yells are down 10-5. Just trying to have fun. Get this game over quick. That's what today was all about. It wasn't about winning. It's about seeing these players in spots that they should be in, having fun, making some plays. Big swing at him there. 0-1 count with 1 away. The Grizzlies will bat around. Kyle get down at the plate. He's the 9th player to bat in the inning. Another swing and miss, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch, ground ball left side, Levy, or Johnson has it on the back end. Throw on to first is in time. He's played third base before, but that's still a very nice play from Ed Johnson. 2 away. Cole Brandon, who led off the inning with a walk and a run scored, now back up. Second at bat in the inning. That one misses outside. 1-0. Six swinging at us, 1-1. There have been 6 home runs this ball game. We're in the 4th inning. 1-1. Skies into the air toward center field. In comes Johnson. In comes Zeisler and makes the grab, but still looking at the opening day, or the opening inning defensive alignment. Zeisler makes an out in center field. He can play center field. He plays all the positions in the outfield. 7 runs come across for the Grizzlies. 10-5 Grizzlies lead as we head to the top half of the 5th. We'll be right back on Y'all's Baseball Network.
Located in section 115, great sports memorabilia there, and all kinds of great items about Company Moran with a car out in the peninsula. Picture just Ricky Driver, big scenes from that one. Large deal can see in Collinsville, the thriving and serving the authority others. Really vehicle all things automotive. Visit walkthroughpnc.com for more information. And as you think about coming to business games, you might want to become part of the release ceremony. You'd like to consider the host center, we'd love to talk about that. So I will visit office on the third base outpost for more information.
Top half of 5th, Sade Richardson up the plate for the Florence Y'alls. They're 10-5 after a 7-run bottom of the 4th. Richardson, Harasich, Levy do up for the Y'alls. Still Goose and Brown on the mound to qualify for the win now. Going for 5th inning. Richardson pokes that one out towards left field. Castillo comes in on it and makes the grab, 1 pitch, 1 away. First time Richardson been retired in this ballgame. Now 1 for 2 with a walk, 4 RBIs for Richardson. Steven Harasich steps up to the plate. Fouls the first pitch back. We are watching the Harasich and Zeisler bet. It was 11-9 entering. And I believe Rusty with his double would have tied it. Make it 11-11. Zeisler has reached on an error and went all the way around, but I don't think it would count if he reached on an error. So it should be 11-11. The 1-1, big second is 1-2. If Rusty wins, Hank Zeisler has to shave his head. And if Zeisler wins, Harasich has to go his head out until next season. The 1-2. This is upstairs, 2-2. Front stretch, a long hold. 2-2. Slider misses outside. Here comes a payoff pitch. Fouled away on the right field line. Good attendance here for Gateway on what they call the greatest night in baseball. I don't understand why the greatest night in baseball. Tonight with fireworks and then you TP the stadium. You know, that's not amazing. What would the greatest night in baseball be to me? Greatest night in baseball would probably be the Y'alls winning 21-0. Firework after the game, yes. I'm delivered cheesesteaks during the game. That one misses outside. Full count walk to Steven Harasich. He's aboard. 1 out runner aboard now for Justin Levy, who homered earlier today. He's 1 for 2. What else would have to happen for the greatest game? Greatest night in baseball. Maybe like a band playing the entire game. First pitch to Levy, misses outside. Everyone gets a lottery ticket once you enter. And then once you win, you know, split the cash between just me. That sounds like the greatest night in baseball. Everyone has to buy a lottery ticket as they enter, but they don't have a chance to win. All just comes to me. That would be the greatest night in baseball. If we're in Florence, I'll divvy up to the crowd. But if we're here in Gateway, everything comes to me. 2-0. Sky down the right field line. Pete Zimmerman going at it. Gabe Holt giving away as well. No one gets there. They had plenty of room. Just not in time. 2-1 count to Levy. What band would I want playing? The Beatles would be nice. Queen. Saw a bunch of clips on Bohemian Rhapsody today. They just have so many bangers as well. Queen, just so many hits. So Sean Kingston maybe just playing Fire Burning non-stop. 2-1 pitch. Runner takes off. Pitch a called strike. Throw down. Not time. Steven Harasich, whether the walk counts or not, the stolen base counts as a point. So he has taken the lead to leave in that Zeisler bet. So he's now taking a lead over Zeisler, and now it would result in Zeisler shaving his head. 2-2 to Levy, misses outside a full count. I don't know what else I would need for the greatest night in baseball. Payoff pitch misses outside. It most certainly wouldn't be a 6-0 start on a getaway day, on the final game of the season. That most definitely wouldn't be my greatest night in baseball. Greatest night in baseball would be on a Friday. I would have fireworks. I'd have a band playing the entire time. Y'alls would win 21-0. I would get cheesesteaks fed to me during the game. And then everyone in attendance buys lottery, and I get all the wins. That's my greatest night in baseball. Can we book that for next season? That one misses inside. The batter, Sergio Gutierrez. Y'alls with run on first and second and one away. They trail 10-5 here in the top half of the fifth. Here comes the 1-0. In there for strike 1-1. Now, I do have a roll of toilet paper that I will be able to throw after the game. I don't know if there's a rule I can't throw it during the game. Alex Gruberman just said I could. It's on record. That one misses outside 2-1. I will be trying to attempt to throw it from the press box up over the net onto the field. There is a heavy wind. A heavy wind here. And there's a window as well, so I'm going to have to navigate through the window. It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to give it the old college try. 2-1 swing and a miss, 2-2. Greatest night in baseball. I would also be throwing the t-shirts like we do in Florence. That would be a part of my greatest night. Real greatest night in baseball, everyone gets one of those slide whistles. So the entire stadium doing the slide whistle the entire game. Wouldn't that be fun? 2-2. Off-speed called, strike 3. Gutierrez stepped down on strikes. 2-away with runners on first and second. Gusenberg, second strikeout. They just said the goose is loose. And what's funny is, we got that same thing for Justin, or Shane Gustafson. But they called him Gustafson, even though that wasn't his name. But Shane Gustafson. And they said the goose is loose on our social media page. First pitch in there for strike that Johnson. You could go back and just remember all the players that played for Florence this season. And some of them do give you a chuck. Shane Gustafson, one of those players beginning season, that sidearm player. I don't know where he went to after. That'd be interesting to check out. Let's see where Shane Gustafson went. Did he get picked up by anyone? Good guy. A real solid guy, Shane Gustafson. 1-1 is outside. Did. Got picked up by Ogden, the Pioneer League. Went 3-3 with a 5.4 ERA, 7 2/3 across 33 appearances. So he's been there pretty much all season. Now the Pioneer runs into 3 count. Ed Johnson. Made Judgens, another one. I believe he was the pitcher when my parents came to town, gave up a bunch of runs in one game, then was released next one. 3-1. Johnson hopes it out towards field, well hit. Brandon back at the track. He makes the grab, banging into the wall, and steals extra bases and runs away from Florence. Y'alls put 2 runners on with no hits. They can't do anything about it. We go to the bottom of the 5th. They're down 10-5. Be right back on Y'alls Baseball Network.
Let's go down to City on one coast. It's a free process. Another special announcement.
Ticket number to win a year of our office. He's going to give it to me, and I'm going to let you know what it is. There you go. Please welcome our wash. His name is Todd Cook. Todd Cook, you say okay?
Congratulations, Todd.
State Car is the game of Illinois. Todd, before we get your hair tonight, watch out for your problems. But, can I go to the
Go Grizzlies.
We've been here long enough. Let's go, Grizzlies.
Clean car test after the set for customer service. Free vacuums and complimentary air fresheners every time you wash. Visit Clean Car Express in Waterloo to experience the best car wash of your car's life. There are winning tickets for the next 3 prizes to be given away tonight. Our 10,000 tickets. Well, any one of those 3 tickets, you are a winner for the Grizzlies ticket office on the third base contest to claim your prize.
Bottom half of the fifth, y'all's down 10-5. We'll get into the new defensive alignment. Again, the Florence Y'alls playing all 8 players at 8 spots. First time in professional baseball history. Ground ball right side and through for a base hit. Evan Webster's the pitcher on the mound. Cole Brandon starts him off with a single. First runner aboard. Let's go to the alignment here. In the outfield, Ed Johnson in left, Sergio Gutierrez in center field, and Brian Fuentes in right field. Zade Richardson at the hot corner third, Hank Zeisler at short, Craig Massey at second, and Steven Hrustich at first. Then behind the dish is Justin Levy. That one's fouled away. This is without a doubt the wackiest defensive alignment we've had in this game. Gutierrez in center field. Richardson at third, Zeisler at second, or Zeisler at short. 0-1, roped out towards center field. Gutierrez going at it, he can't get there. At one hops up and over the wall. A ground rule double for Jose Alvarez. Runners on second and third, nobody out. For what it's worth, the position players, I mean, they haven't been able to get these balls that have scored runs for Gateway. It's been 4 runs for the Gateway offense. But they are doing it against real pitchers. This is Ty Good and Evan Webster on the mound. So that is both shocking and alarming. That's obviously going to be the area that Chad Rhodes, the manager, will be addressing in the offseason. Pitching, pitching, and more pitching. Once you think you have enough pitchers, he'll bring in some more. You cannot have enough. You could send out the players you have right now, minus Thomas Jones, and call it a day on your offense. You don't need to have anyone competing for a spot. They all can have it. Bring one guy, or just bring back Langston Ginder. Steven Hrustich has a high hop and runs it back over to first. Does a great job there. Throw on to second. Tag applied. Not in time. Run comes in. Now that is a defensive miscue. 3 unassisted on the out from Gabe Holt. After the play, Cole Brandon or Jose Alvarez off for the races at third, but then Cole Brandon didn't go home, so he had to retreat back to second. You should have held the ball. They threw it. Brandon breaks for home. Wasn't even a contest at home. 11-5 Gateway. That is where the experience in the infield now come into play. Runner on second, one away, well, in there for a strike against Pete Zimmerman, 1-1 count. But pretty much the Y'alls offense is already set for 2025. It's this #1 offense in the league, ready to return. 1-1 fouled away. You're hoping that, Hrustich and Reeves get picked up for their own sake in affiliated ball, and at that time, then you address those needs. But at this point, they would be set to return for Florence. And you just worry about creating a rotation that hopefully can compete the entire season. 1-2, ground ball up the middle. Webster has it. Throw on to first. Is in time. 2 away. 1-3 on the putout. That one's fouled away. Oh-1 to DJ Stewart, runs inside and goes all the way to the backstop. Ground ball back to Webster, flip on to first, and that will end things. One run comes across as we head to the top half of the sixth. Florence down 6 runs, 11-5. We'll be back on y'all's Baseball Network.
Looks like some sort of strange race is shaping up at this point in time. What's going on, Sydney?
It's a little bit of a strange race. We've got two bigger breeds. The Stairs are covered by D35, so they make their way around the distance bullpen while wearing giant pairs of underwear. Steven and Ted. You'll be finding some of the greatest men in baseball. On your mark, get set, go! Oh goodness, we have a malfunction. Of course when we have large underwear, there's a malfunction. Alright, are we ready? Get set, go! It seems like nobody's moving this underwear. I'm not sure what's going on outside. Alright, now we're on. We got about a minute to make it on the track. Grizzlies fans, you might not know who else is trying this out. I got any of them but they're wearing two bigger boots this evening. We've got a clear winner in the forefront. A pink tutu coming in second. Another pair of underwear in third. And another in fourth with the pink tutu. I think that two in the front are going to make it a clear lead. Don't forget, kids, if you'd like to participate in the Sunday stretch, meet me at the first base dugout. All right, congratulations to my winners. Can I get a cookie? Also good.
Fans, don't forget to get $5 off rodeo tickets tonight at the ticket office on the third base coast. Rodeo here at the ballpark, October 4th and 5th. Everything you want in a rodeo will be here. $5 off until the end of the game on rodeo tickets. Attention please, now pitching for the Grizzlies, number 15, James Wales. $1,900 now for the jackpot.
Top half of the sixth, y'all's down 11-5. Greg Massey coming up to the plate. New pitcher on the mound, Gage Vales. The first bullpen switch for the Gateway Grizzlies. 5 innings pitched from Justin Goose and Brown. 5 hits, 5 runs, 7 walks, and 2 strikeouts. All still down 11-5. Even with 7 free bases from Goose and Brown. That one misses outside. 1-0 count to Matthews. 1 for 2 today with a walk. He scored a run as well. The 1-0 misses inside. 2-0. We get to this date in baseball history and stack. 2-0 misses outside. 3-0. This date in baseball history always brought to you by Mechanical Titan Medical Solutions. Team professionals are skilled in fields of commercial and industrial service, maintenance, installation, pipe fitting, plumbing, and project management. 3-0 pitch in there for a strike. This date in baseball history is go across this date and pile up everything that happened on this date in baseball history. That was a ground ball over the second baseman, throw on to first, bounce. We'll see what they call that. Infield single. And single for Craig Massey, his second hit of the ball game. Leading off runner aboard for Florence. Here in the sixth, that'll bring up Brian Fuentes. No pinch hitters yet. Saw Thomas Jones throwing the bullpen. That would be a switch from the original change. Gave Jones to come in to pitch. First pitch fouled away. 0-1 count to Brian Fuentes. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walked. Fuentes now has 60 walks on the season. That one misses outside. Zeisler had a run scored. He now has 80 runs scored. That's 3 behind the single season high. We need to score a few more times. He awaits on deck. He's also trailing in that bet with Steven Hrustich. 1-2 count. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Gage Vales picks up the strikeout against Brian Fuentes, one away. Brings up Hank Zeisler. Let's get to this date in baseball history. The first one we're going to start off with, feels like a while ago that Dan Halbrin, one of our owners, texted us about Tinker, Evers, and Chance. But in 1902, Tinker, Evers, and Chance appeared together in the Chicago Cubs lineup for the first time, not in the positions that will earn them immortality. Johnny Evers, a New York State League rookie, starts shortstop. Joe Tinker at third base, Frank Chance at first base, and Bob Lowe at second base. Tinker, Evers, and Chance was the poem that is immortalized in baseball history. Hank Zeisler picks up a base hit through the left side of the field. His first hit of the ball game. Might have evened up that there with Steven Hurust. No, they're doing the counting. Every base is essentially a point, so Zeisler gets a point there with a single. Brings up E.J. Reeves. Y'all's down 11-5 away with runners on first and second. That one misses outside. 1-0. Now with this one, September 1st, 1906, the Philadelphia Athletics beat the Boston Red Sox 4-1 in 24 innings. 24 innings. Jack Coombs of the Athletics and Joe Harris of the Red Sox pitched all 24 innings. Coombs had 18. So not only did they play 24 innings, but the pitchers threw all 24 in a 4-1 ball game. That's pretty amazing. 2-0, misses inside, 3-0 to Reeves. The 3-0, misses inside. 4-pitch walk to T.J. Reeves to load the bases now for Zaid Richardson, who once again has a chance at Frontier League immortality. He has a grand slam away from the record in the Frontier League. There are a lot of walks today. Let's talk about a game that had a lot of walks. 1958, Vinegar Ben Mazzell of the St. Louis Cardinals set a National League record by walking 9 batters and pitching a shutout. Mazzell beat Cincinnati 1-0. Big swing and a miss there from Richardson. 0-1. Imagine that, walking 9 and Cincinnati didn't score a run. That's pretty amazing. And not only just walking 9, but also pitching a shutout, a complete game shutout during all that. Pretty amazing. 0-1. Misses outside, 1-1. It happened September 1st in 1958. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 1-2. Speaking of grand slams, on this date in 1931, Lou Gehrig hit his 3rd grand slam in 4 days. It is the 6th consecutive game in which Yankee slugger has homered, and it helps New York beat the Red Sox. That rivalry, obviously, always prevalent, but Lou Gehrig just dominating it then. One misses outside, 2-2. 3rd grand slam in 4 days is ridiculous. Zaid Richardson at the plate has 3 grand slams this season. A 4th would be Frontier League record. 2 pitch, ground ball through for a base hit. In comes Massey, getting the wave around. Third is Zeisler. Throw goes to third. A 2-run single from Zaid Richardson. He continues to hit in this ball game and picks up his 6th RBI of the day. Y'all's down 11-7. Runners at the corners with 1 away. Richardson had an RBI walk already, and then a 3-run homer and a 2-run single. He opened the season back on opening day with 7 RBIs, and that is still the record for the Y'alls in a single game, 7 RBIs. He's trying to tie that. He'll probably have 1 more chance to do so. Maybe 2. 0-1 to Hrustich. Punches it out towards the field. Well hit. Gale back at the track. He dives and makes the grab. Tagging from third, T.J. Reeves. He had to go back. And that still brings it a run, but extra bases were robbed there. 11-8 Gateway lead. It'll go down as a sacrifice fly. Rusty does a job, but was robbed of more, no doubt. That brings up Justin Levy, 2 away with a runner on first. First pitch of Levy in there for a strike. The 0-1, big swing and a miss. Throw on to first, not in time. It was a back attempt. Let's go to this state in 1987. In Williamsport, the Williamsport Bills, that was in the Eastern League. The catcher, Dave Bresnahan, introduces a new wrinkle to baseball called the hidden potato. With a Reading runner, Rick Rudblad, on third base, Bresnahan returns from a timeout with a shaved potato hidden in his mitt. Calling strike 3 on Justin Levy. I'll continue the story. On the next pitch, he throws the potato wildly a pickoff attempt. And then when the runner trots home, Bresnahan tagged him out with the real ball. The umpire, unamused, rules the runner safe, gives the catcher an error, and fines him $50. He was released the following day, but that night, their last game of the season, Bills admit any fan for $1 on a potato. On each potato, Bresnahan autographs "This Spud's for you." Y'all's bring in 3 in the top half of the 6th. They trail 11-8 as we head to the bottom half. Thomas Jones on the mound. Let's continue to have some fun here on Y'all's Baseball Network. We'll be right back.
Don't forget about our playoff pass for the playoffs, which you can hear Tuesday night. $20 for a playoff pass if you win any Grizzlies game in the playoffs here at Grizzlies Park. You can also get the playoff bundle, including the playoff pass, a t-shirt, and hat for just $2. Go by the ticket office on the third base contest to get yours. Go to GatewayGrizzlies.com for more info. Or call the ticket office 618-337-3000. The designer of the Grizzlies jersey off the back jersey tonight, Josie Thorson is going to be our PA announcer this afternoon. Now pitching for Florence, number 71, Thomas Jones.
The fun continues. Bottom half of the 6th inning. Thomas Jones out on the mound. That's a position player for the Florence Y'alls. They trail 11-8. Thomas Jones, from the wind of his first pitch, misses downstairs. Let's look at the new defensive alignment. We continue with those defense alignments every inning. Richardson out in left field. Justin Levy in center field. Craig Massey in right field. In the infield, it's Steven Hustich at third. Sergio Gutierrez at short. Ground ball right side over to Hank Zeisler at second. Throw on to first is Ed Johnson, who makes the grab. 4-3 on the put out there of Kevin Krause. Johnson obviously at first. And Brian Fuentes, who's been the emergency catcher all season, behind the plate. Thomas Jones with a 51.6 mile-per-hour fastball. Rocketing it in there. That one misses downstairs to Abdiel Diaz. From Fuentes skips one back there, and Jones barehanded on the mound. That's amazing. The 1-0. That one skied foul. 1-2 or 1-1. One away. Jones has his sign from the windup. The 1-1 pitch fouled away again. 1-2. Florence has had a great track record season of position players on the mound. A lot of them been scoreless on the mound. Hank Zeisler included. That one runs away. 2-2. Jeremiah Burks had a good one. Had a few good ones. Ed Johnson's been out there. And Alberti Chavez was out there before as well. That one's a ground ball right side. Johnson has it on the backhand. He'll take it himself. 2 away. How about this? Zeisler gets a ground ball at second. Johnson gets a grounder at first. We've seen 3 plays in this game to players out of their position. All have been in the infield. Ryan Fuentes got one. At short. Deisler and Johnson in this inning. Let's get some action for those outfielders out there. I want to see Zade Richardson track a fly ball in left field, or Craig Mass track something in right. First pitch to Kyle Goodell, in there for a strike. 0-1. Whoa. Runs behind Goodell and all the way to the backstop. 1-1. Let's continue this in baseball history. In 1995, Tigers manager Sparky Anderson manages his 4,000th Major League game. But the Indians are 14-4 winners. 4,000 Major League games? That is ridiculous. 1-1 out of the way. That was on this date in 1995. It shows you how long Sparky Anderson was around. 4,000? My, oh my. The 1-2 is inside. 2-2. Thomas Jones trying to have a 1-2-3 inning. Y'all's 11-8. Here comes 2-2. This is upstairs, a full count. Payoff pitch. This is outside. A walk there from Thomas Jones. Kyle Goodell isn't happy about it. 2-out runner aboard. That'll bring up Cole Brent. Cole Brandt's been pulled out of this game. Edwin Mateo enters. It's the first change in the lineup for the Grizzlies. Runner on first, 2 away. Mateo with his first plate appearance. First pitch to him. This is outside. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Here comes the 1-1. Sky's in the air, shallow right field. Here comes Massey, who, in and out of his glove. Oh, no. An error on the right fielder, Craig Massey. I don't know the last time he's played the outfield. E9. And that's what today is about. Have fun. I don't know if anyone in the crowd in Gateway notices this. I hope they certainly just don't think the Yalls are bad baseball. That's obviously a can of corn for any other outfielder. But that'll go down as an E9, runners at the corners. That one's in there for a Shanko 1. Thomas Jones. Without being an error, any run that comes across would be unearned, because that would have ended the inning. The 0-1. Misses outside 1-1. Pitch, ground ball up the middle, past Johnson and through for a base hit. That'll bring in Goodell for an RBI. An unearned run against Thomas Jones. ZRA is still clean. Runners on first and second, 2 away. Ball's now down 12-8. Gabe Holt steps up to the plate. That's the top of the order. First pitch in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball left side. Gutierrez has it to second, and that will end the inning. Sergio Gutierrez, Ed Johnson, and Hank Zeisler all with outs out of their regular position. Craig Massey couldn't follow suit with error in field. The unearned run comes across. He head to the top half of the 7th. Y'all's down 12-8. We'll be right back. Y'all's Baseball Network.
have a new pretzel partner at the ballpark this summer. It's Philly Pretzel Factory with 9 area locations and handle the nation's hot pretzels. They choose an abundance of sauces, so pretzels come in all shapes and sizes. Don't want to miss time, and our concession stands tight. Perfect for birthdays, graduations, and any kind of party, stop by the Philly Pretzel Factory nearest you. You can donate to Home for Health at any of our concession stands tonight. So get your refreshments, make a gift with a difference in the life of a child. The next is Breeze option for the Grizzlies, number 10, Tate Wargo.
The Grizzlies join in on the fun with a flurry of defensive changes themselves, including bringing in position player Tate Wargo to the mound in a 12-8 Grizzlies lead. Zimmerman now over at third, Stewart at first, Mateo in center. Those are the changes in this ball game. That means the designated hitter is, I guess it could still be fact. Big swing and a miss there for Sergio Gutierrez against the position player. Let's Sergio tee off here. An 0-1 count. Ball in right field from one of the fans. To field of play, so a little delay of game. Top half of the seventh, Y'all's down 12 here on Y'all's Baseball Network. 0-1, misses outside 1-1. Y'all's with 9 outs to play, 9 outs of offensive play left in the 2024 regular season. The 1-1 pitch. Misses upstairs 2-1. Gutierrez trying to find something to hit here against Tate Wargo. 2-1. Big cut, no contact. 2-2. 74 miles per hour. Right by Sergio Gutierrez. Here's the 2-2. Off speed. Called. Strike 3. Snapdragon in there for a strike. Gutierrez called down and unhappy about it. Second time striking out today. Tate Wargo picks up the strikeout on the off-speed. Breaker in there. Brings up Ed Johnson. First pitch roped up middle for a base hit. That's what you should be doing against a position player. Johnson with his first hit of the ball game. He's 1 for 4 with a hit by pitch. That'll bring up Craig Massey. The 1-0 count to Craig Massey. Inside the 7th, 1 aboard, 1 away. No one catches the top of the zone, 1-1. Y'all's trail 12-8, Y'all's Baseball Network. There's only one other game in Frontier play still being played. It's Tri-City against Sussex County. That one's roped back up the middle. Adiel Diaz has it. Backhand flip over second for 1. That's all they'll get. Fielder's choice. 6-4 on put out. Mass takes over at first. That'll bring up Brian Fuentes.
Number 3, Brian Fuentes.
First pitch to Brian Fuentes in there for a strike. Oh, 1 count to Fuentes. The 0-1 pitch. Misses downstairs, 1-1. 1-1. Roped through the left side of the infield for a base hit. Massey on his way to second. That's all he'll do. Everyone moves the base runners first and second, 2 away. First hit of the day for Brian Fuentes. He's now 1 for 3 with 2 walks.
Number 13,
That was hit number 102, Fuentes. Florence have 3 players with triple hits and hits. Johnson, Zeisler, and Fuentes. First pitch to Zeisler in there for a strikeout 1. Zeisler has now scored 2 times. He's at 81 runs. The single season high in franchise history is 83. Possibly could score here and then get another chance. He's gonna have to do more. Probably a home run here. And the Y'alls will have to not go down in order. Here comes the 2 pitch. Misses upstairs, 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. Misses downstairs and goes all the way to the backstop. Fuentes and Massey off the races. They move over to second and third. Still 2 away. Zeisler with runners in scoring position in a 2-2 count. Position player on the mound. All you gotta do is focus up and see the one he's gonna put right down the plate. Two, ground ball up the middle. Diaz has it. Throw on to first. Wide. But Stewart's able to apply the tag back. A scoreless inning for Tate Wargo. All strand runners in scoring position. They get 2 hits and no runs. We go to the bottom of the 7th, stretch time here at Grizzlies Ballpark. 12-8 Grizzlies on top. We'll be right back.
Last call for 50-50 tickets. We're at $2,200 in our 50-50 jackpot. Last call, and drawing coming up at the end of the 7th inning here. So, not even sure if you can get a ticket yet, but you can hurry on over to the 50-50 table behind 114 and give it a shot. A drawing coming up after 3 more outs. And you have 3 more outs to get your in on the jerseys off the back auction. The auction is with the final out here on number 7. If you think you've won one of those jerseys, head to the ticket office to claim your jersey as soon as possible after the 7th and 3rd out. We have more winning tickets up on the video board right now. If you hold one of those tickets, you are a prize winner. And for the Grizzlies ticket office on the 3rd time for to claim your prize if you hold one of those tickets. Now pitching for Florence, number 1, Ed Johnson. Leading out the Grizzlies 7th.
Bottom half of 7th inning stretch time here at Grizzlies Ballpark. Always brought to you by Beacon Orthopedics. Beacon, one of the largest and fastest growing orthopedic practices in the Cincinnati area. It's no wonder they're the official healthcare provider of the Florence Y'alls. Let's continue with the defensive alignment change. Out on the mound, it's Ed Johnson. They'll go position player to position player. Jones to Johnson. Johnson in his 2nd appearance this season on the mound. 0-1 pitch misses upstairs, 1-1. It's Victor Castillo, Pete Zimmerman, DJ Stewart up late. He's got to go through the 2-3-4 of the Grizzlies lineup. The Grizzlies on top 12-8. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Off speed, misses just a bit outside. The rest of the defense as follows. Brian Fuentes in left field. Zade Richardson in center. Blazo Sabin entered the game in right field. Hank Zeisler at third. Steven Harustich at short. Sergio Gutierrez at second. Justin Levy at first. And Craig Massey behind the plate doing the catching. He will be catching at Johnson, which is obviously a relief for Massey. Here comes the 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. Johnson has it. He'll run it over himself and tag the bag. And there's one unassisted. The position player and middle infielder just gonna run it himself. One away. Pete Zimmerman against a position player. He matches regular pitchers. Let's see what he does against position players. First pitch to him is outside. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch misses outside, so we can take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. We had an early doubleheader with New Jersey and Trois-Rivières. They actually got that done before we even arrived at the ballpark. 2-0 is outside 3-0. New Jersey won both games, 5-3 in game 1 and 6-1 in game 2. Ottawa finished on top of the Quebec Capitals, 7-5 in Ottawa. We had another doubleheader in Schaumburg and Washington. 3-0 pitch misses inside. A 4-pitch walk to Pete Zimmerman. That brings up DJ Stewart. Schaumburg was playing for the playoffs. They got swept in the doubleheader. They had the fate in their hands and lost it. Washington came out on top 4-2 in the game 1 and 6-5 in game 2. What's ironic is Lake Erie, who needed just the win to get it, also lost. But because Schaumburg lost 2, Lake Erie will win and face Gateway in round 1. Throw on second to tag the runner. Zimmerman not in time. Stolen base for Zimmerman. Massey tried to get him. Joliet beat Lake Erie 4-2. So all the teams that were trying to enter the playoffs today, none of them won, and yet Lake Erie still will clinch the spot without a victory. Go figure. They are the ones that are going to be coming here to Gateway on Tuesday for that wild card 1-game playoff. Here's the 0-1 to Stewart, misses outside, 1-1. The only other active game going on is Tri-City against Sussex County. Tri-City on top 6-2. And then New York defeated the New England Knockouts 11-4 earlier today. Zimmerman takes off, throw on to third, not in time. Pete Zimmerman steals third base. He's extremely excited to get stolen base number 20 against a 35-year-old catcher who hasn't spent a day behind home plate. Congratulations, Pete Zimmerman. Go figure. 2-1 ground ball through the left side of the infield. 13-8 ball game, an RBI single from DJ Stewart. And Johnson allows an earned run. I'll bring up Kevin Kress. First pitch misses outside, 1-0, in and out of the glove of Massey. The 1-0 misses outside, 2-0. I mean, if I'm home plate umpire right now, my zone is astronomical. Kyle Eastman has got to forget about this game and just call anything thrown a strike. 2-0. Down ball left side. Zeisler rushing in with the bare hand in foul territory. It'll just be a strikeout, or just be a strike, 2-1. But I mean, obviously Eastman realizes Florence is just throwing players out there. We're not trying to win this ball game. This was never an actual ball game to begin with. Just call everything a strike and get out of here. 2-1 pitch to Mouse. Skies it out towards center field. Zade Richardson tracking. He's under it and makes the grab. Richardson with a fly ball. And he gets his out in center field. Good job tracking. There's 2 away. Abdiel Diaz steps to the plate. That's one of the fun ones there. We're all about the position, or players out of position, getting the ball hit to them. They've all done well. Diaz skies that one deep to right field. Way out of here. 15-8. 3 runs off of Ed Johnson. Gonna bring up Kyle Goodell. First pitch to Goodell in there for a strike. There you go, Kyle Eastman. Everything under the sun needs to be a strike. 0-1 in there. Sure. A 2. Two away. It's a 15-8 ball game. Grizzlies have scored their last 5 innings. 0-2 pitch. Popped up. Foul territory, right side. Johnson, pitcher, is going at it. Calls everyone off. Fakes the grab. He can do it all, folks. 3 runs come across. It's a 15-8 ball game. Let's have some fun. Florence looking to add some more runs. We'll go to the top of the 8th. We'll be right back on Y'all's Baseball Network.
Congratulations. The greatest night in baseball just became your greatest night in baseball. And our jersey off the bat auction has ended, so if you think you're one of the lucky high bidders in that, please look for the Grizzlies ticket office on the third base concourse to play your jersey as possible. We've got the Thieves now pitching for the Grizzlies. Number 22, Joel Hungry.
Oh, here we go. And the Grizzlies have lost all sight of this ball game. It's all for fun, and they go back to a real pitcher. Joel Condrey on the mound, but it's Ben Terwilliger at the plate with a big hack. Ben Terwilliger, the pitcher, at the plate now for the Florence Y'alls. He gets this at-bat because he was the pitcher BP MVP, and that is when the Y'alls throw a shutout, the pitchers get BP. We've had about 3 of them, maybe even 4 of them this season. In the last one, Ben Terwilliger launched a 2-run homer, which tied the game in the last inning. Pretty phenomenal stuff. He's a very good hitter. He's got an 0-2 count on him. Now, I hate that the Grizzlies went back to a real pitcher. That's just nonsense. 0-2 pitch, fouls it away. He got a tip of it. The lefty, the big man left in the box. I'm sure every other pitcher in the bullpen is jealous of him right now. They're just living, he's just living their dream. 0-2, misses upstairs, 1-2. This is Joel Condrey on the mound, fresh off the IL. I mean, Gateway throws a position player, then goes back to the real pitchers. That's no fun. A no fun club in the Gateway Grizzlies. 1-2, fouled away. Terwilliger staying alive. He makes contact, it's going 550 feet. And not because right field is Mickey Mouse, because he's got that much power. The 1-2, fouls away. He's staying alive. Joel Condry on the mound. I hope he knows he's facing a pitcher that's catching up to his stuff. Ben Terwilliger, the 1-2 count on him. Condry, 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, blows it by him. He was swinging for the fences, but goes down with his heart on his sleeve. At least he got a chance. And I'm glad he did. First strikeout, Joel Condry. That brings up Zayden Richardson. Richardson having a day. He's 2 for 3. He's got 6 RBIs. He's a run shy of his own record. Should be 6 RBIs for Richardson. An RBI walk, a 3-run homer, and a 2-run single. 0-1 is outside. 1-1. Correct, 6 RBIs. He's 1 away from his season high, which is a Yall season high. A single game of set. He stepped back on opening day. Imagine he tied it on the last game of the season. The 2-1 count on him. The 2 pitch, sky in the air, behind home plate. Alvarez removes the mask, he's tracking, he loses it. Stewart makes the underhand grab, oh my. Wow, what a play. That was gonna end up in fair territory. But DJ Stewart makes the grab. Might be the final at for Zayden 2024. That's a fortunate way to go out. At least he hit a 3-run homer today. He's still got 6 RBIs. Steven Hrastich comes up to the plate, down to the final 4 outs in a 15-8 ball game. Here comes the first pitch to Hrastich, misses upstairs. 1-0. It's a 1-1 count to Rusty. 2 away, bases empty. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Misses upstairs, 2-1. Two-one pitch, fouled away, 2-2. Technically speaking, Florence will not have the chance to play all positions as the score stands. They won't play the bottom of the 9th. So they'll just have a bunch of players switching. And that's what will go down. Swing and a miss. Joel Condry with a 1-2-3 in. We head to the bottom half of the 8th. 15-8 ball game. Gateway leads. We'll be back on Y'all's Baseball Network. Ben Terwilliger is going to play first base for us. Let's have some fun.
Explore who you are at an affordable cost. It's not too late to enroll. For fall 2024 semester starts August 17th and registration is open now. You can still and find classes with Grizzlies and Steelers. Apply today, meet with an advisor, and take the next step to connect to success.
There's 3 more wins hits up on the video board for tonight's 27 prizes for 27 outs. Congratulations if you hold
15-8 ball game, new pitcher on the mound is Hank Zeisler. We'll continue with our positional musical chairs. Hank Zeisler, the new position player on the mound. It's been Jones, Johnson, and Zeisler now. This is the last time we should be out on defense. Balls are down 15-8, barring a 9th inning comeback. This would be the last time. Let's go through the last defensive alignment. That one misses outside 2-0. In left field, Sergio Gutierrez. In center field, Brian Fuentes. In right field, Justin Levy. In the infield, it's Craig Massey at short, Zade Richardson, or Craig Massey at third, Richardson at short. That one's skied out to deep right field. Zeisler, it's Brian Fuentes and Justin Levy going at it. They don't make the grab, and it's a double off of Hank Zeisler. The batter at the plate was Edwin Mateo. And there's that little bit of miscommunication between two non-outfielders. Fuentes and Levy going at it. So, leadoff double. That'll bring up Jose Alvarez. Continuing the defensive lineman. So it's Massey at third, Richardson at short, Harustich at second, Bender Williger, the pitcher, at first, Ed Johnson behind the plate. First pitch in there for a strike. 1. 0-1 pitch, punched out towards right field. Lee gets another chance. He's going at it in the gap, and he makes the grab. Tagging from second to third is Edwin Mateo for no reason in a 15-8 ball game. The No Fun Club strikes again. A fly out to right from Alvarez. We go back to the top of the order. Dale Thomas now at the plate. He was in for Gabe Holt. First pitch gets away from Ed Johnson, but no movement on the base paths. Hank Zeisler and Johnson covering. You know what's fun is this duo, you know, Zeisler and Johnson, they're really good friends, so it's great that they're the ones pitching and catching to each other. That is, you know, I think that's just awesome. Obviously, that's not their usual spots, although Zeisler can catch. It's great that it's, you know, two friends out there. What a good time. Positional musical chairs is what this is being called. The 1-1. It's got to be a strike. He's got to finish the ball game. It misses outside 2-1. Kyle Eastman just got to call anything close. 2-1. Chopper back. Fielded by Ed Johnson in foul territory. 2-2. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Misses upstairs, a full count. Payoff pitch fouled away. I want to see Ben Terwilliger get some spin over at first base. Let's see if we can get him getting over there. Y'all's trail 15-8. It's the 7-run fourth. That is technically the difference right now. Florence hasn't scored since the 6th. That one is upstairs. A walk from Hank Zeisler. There's still one away, and that puts a double play in effect. Brings up Victor Castillo. Castillo launched a home run earlier today. He's 2 for 4. First pitch misses downstairs. That one skied out towards shallow right field. Levy going at it. He makes the grab, tagging from third. Throw goes to the plate. It's a good one. Tag applied, not in time. That one might have had a little too much air under it, but Justin Levy with a valiant effort. 16-8 ball game. A sacrifice fly for Victor Casco. Runner still on first now, two-way. 16-8. Pete Zimmerman at the plate. Ground ball left side. Massey has it. Shuffle. Throw on to first in time. Massey to Terwilliger with Zeisler pitching to Johnson. What an out there. That ends the inning. A run comes across. It's 16-8. The last chance for Florence. They go to the top of the ninth. Down runs. Let's have some fun once more, folks. We'll be right back on y'all's Baseball Network.
God's taken a lot of his board than any other convention of Grizzlies we are in the state. 21 counties from the Mississippi east to St. Louis to Dallas west to the south. It's a marketing arm for the counties and specializes in marketing brands for members of regional, national, and international level. Visit soundcil.org for more information. Grizzlies want to take a moment to congratulate Peter Zimmerman for joining the 2020 club tonight. Peter is the first Grizzlies player in the organization's history to achieve this milestone. And we all got to see it tonight on a great night of baseball. 20 home runs and 20 stolen bases for Peter Zimmerman. We want to thank Tyler for partnering with us tonight to bring you the greatest night in baseball. We also thank St. Louis, Bob's Auto Interlock and Bob's Radio Distributors, Auction Merchant Source, Food Pretzel Factory, and Ella and Ali Popcorn helping out with cars for us tonight. This is our partnership to each of these supporters and so many more. We also have some special one jerseys off the back that we need to have report to the Grizzlies ticket office. Trenton Gill, Katie Watkins, Leslie Bryson, Tom Brown, Matt Mulholland, Bill Hickey, and Jeff Nichols. Please report to the Grizzlies ticket office to claim your jersey.
The final time this season, ladies and gentlemen, we enter the top of the ninth. Justin Levy is the batter at plate. His first pitch to him, just the outside part of the plate, not even close. 0-1, but that's what I like to see from Kyle Eastman. That's much more like it. 0-1, again not close. 0-2, in there for a strike. Levy today is 1 for 3 with a walk. He had a solo homer back in the second inning. That one's popped up, foul territory, first base line. Zimmerman has it. There's one away. Still Joel Condrey on the mound. That'll bring up Sergio Gutierrez. Gutierrez and Johnson, possibly the final two outs for Florence in 2024. It's been a fun season, folks. First pitch, a swing and a miss to Sergio Gutierrez. Gutierrez today, 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. I'm sure he wants to end his 2024 with a base hit. What a season it was for Sergio. And around a 240 hitter, 44 RBIs, 13 homers. A lot of strikeouts, but some phenomenal defense behind home plate, and that's what he was brought in for. That he added so much punch. Was just better. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Down on strikes for the third time today. Third strikeout for Condrey. Y'all's down to their final out in Ed Johnson. Johnson today is 1 for 4 with a hit by pitch. There's one thing that's good about this night, whether the Yells win or lose, it's that you can TP this mess of a stadium. That's the whole kicker here for great night in baseball, which I would hate to be a stadium crew having to clean up this teepee, but that's my job. So this teepee, I'm just getting ready to throw. and I'm going to wing this over that gate, over the net. That one connects the outside part of the plate. 1-2. We got the fans all ready with their teepee. Everyone ready to throw. Does it happen immediately after the out? Okay, so you got to be ready here. It's a 1-2 count to Johnson away. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. This is outside. I guess you're supposed to videotape this probably, yeah. The 2-2 fouls it away, stays alive. Y'all's down 16-8. A valiant effort by Florence. Put up 8 runs, 10 hits, just dropped a big inning, 7 runs in the 4th. 2-2, fouled away. Johnson doesn't want to be the last out, and he's battling. TP was supplied, but fans also could bring their own TP. Here's the 2-2. It is outside, a full count. Top of the 9th, full count, 2 away. Kind of where you imagine yourself a kid, but probably not down 8 runs. The payoff pitch, fouled away. I'll have the post-game show after. We can break down some things from this season and also, thank you guys all for listening. It's been a fun one here. The payoff pitch misses upstairs. It's not going to happen to Johnson. He earns himself a walk. It's up to Craig Massey now. Massey 2 for 4 today with a walk. He's got 2 runs himself. 35-year-old with another chance here. The Y'alls in 2024. First pitch, corks it into left field. That'll drop in for a base hit. He's not going to be the last out either. Runners on first and second, 2 away. That brings up Brian Fuentes. Dalton Davis enters the game for Craig Massey. It's a pinch runner, Dalton Davis. They just swap spots. Massey's now the first base coach. Dalton Davis now running. Yeah, I know it doesn't matter, but Davis now gets into the ball game. Brian Fuentes at the plate. Can we get all the way back to Ben Terwilliger? First pitch to Fuentes, misses upstairs. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Misses downstairs, 2-0. I got the wind blowing against me, I think, in terms of me actually getting this toilet paper over that net. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult, and I just got to hope that the arm is built for it. I think it is. Built for things like this. The 2-0. Ground ball over to the shortstop, Diaz. He has it. Throw on to first is in time, and that ends the all season. Toilet paper rains on the field. The greatest night in baseball. Watch me sling this out of the press box. What a sight. The Y'alls drop it here. 16-8 is the final for the final game in 2024. Unfortunately, Florence could not end with a win. That is a pretty cool sight, though. That is a pretty cool sight, and with all the toilet paper raining on the field. Hank Zeisler just crushed one out of right field. Well, fans, it certainly was a pleasure being the broadcaster for you guys. I'm upset that the season's over. It was a fun one. I know Florence didn't complete their goal of the playoffs, but we still had a lot of great moments. Certainly, I always remember that T.J. Reeves walk-off grand slam a bunch of home runs. Florence second in the league in home runs. Obviously the best offense in the league. Created a lot of good moments. Even defense, Arustich, Reeves, Rory, some home runs, a bunch of diving plays. It's a lot of fun to be had, and glad I was able to share it all with you on the Y'all's Baseball Network. I should be staying around in the off season. Most likely back for next year as well. So the fun's not over, and hopefully we can chase a ring in 2025. I know that's what the Y'alls will be looking forward to next year. A lot of offensive pieces coming back. And really just got to focus on finding the right pitching. And it's not even about finding the right pitching, because the way the Y'alls have it, they develop good pitchers and they get picked up. Florence had 3 pitchers picked up. They had 5 within they had 2 more in the offseason as well. So it's finding pitching as well, and consistently throughout the season, not just the offseason, because you never know who's going to get picked up. It's a challenge that everyone faces, but Florence, I think, have the most affiliated members picked up this season. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. And I know I've heard some kind words from some of the family members of players. That's what we do it for. Them just watching their kids' dreams of professional baseball come true. And obviously there's some Florence faithful as well. Glad you guys, I hope you guys all had fun and enjoyed every minute of the broadcast. Y'alls dropped the final game in 2024. They'll finish the season with a 44-51 record. A few games short of their goal of the playoffs.